Hello and welcome to the 15th Prisoner's Dilemma Development Diary. This week we're going to be looking at only one subject, which is the changes made to the customization screen and how the game is played, and also the reasons why these changes have been implemented. So, let's get down to it, shall we? Apart from the aesthetic changes, what else has been added to the customization screen? Well, first of all, it has added the ability to allow a player to win by gaining a certain number of coins. There is now also the ability to place a minimum bet allowance. This means that the players have to bet a certain amount each round. Now, these two features were added for the same reason: to encourage the players to bet higher. The first one I'll talk about is the minimum bet, because that's obvious, because it means then they have to put more money in, therefore the amount of money in the pot at the end is going to be higher because a certain amount of coins is placed in, depending on the average amount that is put in by each player. Now, that also feeds into the idea of having a goal for the amount of coins that a player has, because if a player can win by gaining a certain number of coins, and they can gain more coins at the end of the round if they win by putting more in themselves, then naturally they might be inclined to put more in themselves. Now, the question is, will this fully eradicate the problem? Unfortunately, given the way the game is designed, where any player can put in any amount of coin that they want, unless you put a minimum bet in, I don't think it will. I do think this is a problem that has been in the game for a while now, and it might be in the final product, which is not something I'm fully happy with, but unfortunately it is what it is. We can only provide ways for the user to try and counteract it themselves, but unfortunately it is what it is. An idea that I've had, and an idea that has been suggested, is perhaps maybe giving a small amount of coins to the player or players that bet the most. Now, this has its problems, but it also has its upsides, because the problem being is that it might extend the game a bit too long, and also there's a possibility of each player taking advantage of this. But the question is that such a bad thing? Because one thing that this game might want to encourage is players to act, well, more altruistically. We should remember why we're doing all this, why this is called the Prisoner's Dilemma project. That isn't just a name that I plucked randomly. It is very relevant to the actual product. This is all based around the Prisoner's Dilemma theory in a way, which goes on to say that players are more likely to act selfishly rather than altruistically in situations where it would be logical to act, to comply with each other, so you both in a way win, which is pretty much up for the user's interpretation whether or not this idea is good or bad. Any suggestions I will be open to. I'm also going to be linking down to feedback that I've received from other people while playing. No, it was only 5 people, so you can take that as it is. But that's going to be it for this week. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next week.